Money Mindset Mastery. Transform your thinking, transform your finances. Ever wish money felt easier, like it actually worked for you, instead of weighing you down? Imagine if making financial decisions from a place of peace and not from panic. Paying bills without stress, saving with purpose. That old voice saying, "I'm not good with money," it's time to quiet that down. I believe financial freedom starts with mindset. And that's why I created Money Mindset Mastery, to help you reshape your beliefs and finally feel in control. What if money wasn't your biggest source of stress, but your greatest tool for peace? What if you could build real wealth, not just in your bank account, but in your habits, in your mindset, and in your daily life? That's what this show is about. Welcome to Money Mindset Mastery, where we can turn knowledge into clarity and clarity into action. I'm Jax Crider, and I'm here to help you master the mindset behind money. Because when you shift your thinking, your finances start to follow. With over 20 years of experience in the mortgage and the financial space, I've seen firsthand how powerful your mindset can be in shaping your financial future. And now I'm here to share what works with you. Each week on Money Mindset Mastery, I will give you practical, no-fluff tools to end emotional spending, build habits that stick, unlearn toxic money beliefs, and create a new, empowered relationship with your finances. You don't need to be perfect with money. You just need to be present with your values, your goals, and your truth. Money isn't just about numbers, it's about how you think. And when your mindset shifts, so does your life. Welcome to Money Mindset Mastery. Let's begin. Your financial spirit animal, how your personality shapes your finances. Are you the kind of person who stashes cash in an app and forgets it? Or tracks down every dime and every penny? Or maybe you hustle really hard. Maybe you'd rather not think about money at all. Here's the truth. You have a financial spirit animal, and once you know what yours is, it changes everything. You've got instincts when it comes to money, and whether you've been shaming yourself for them or ignoring them altogether or even trying to lean into them but not really being sure how, well, today we're going to decode what they actually mean. By the end of this episode, hopefully you'll have kind of an idea of which financial spirit animal might represent you and your money personality best and how to turn your natural strengths into strategy. If you're not quite sure, there is going to be a quiz that you can find on my website where you can actually find out what your actual spirit animal is. So don't worry, regardless, we've got you covered. Because the truth is that you can't manage what you don't understand. So we're going to go ahead and decode you. So first let's talk about what is a financial spirit animal. And the truth is that I came up with it because, first of all, who doesn't love a good quiz, right? We take quizzes about our personalities and everything else, and I'm like, what about money? What if we had financial spirit animals? And what would that be? And what would that look like? And so the truth is that we all have financial personalities that are driving like how we think, how we act, how we react with money. And when you own your animal, when you actually understand like what the animal is and that it has pros and cons, and you stop trying to try to force what is not working and work towards building what does work, it really changes everything, right? And so these spirit animals aren't like fluff. They're actually grounded in behavioral science and real-world financial coaching, and the pattern that I've seen over the years with hundreds and hundreds of clients, whether it be mortgage or the financial coaching space, regardless, all the same principles apply. And it's really, really interesting to see how some of them play out. And so first, let's get into what the financial spirit animals are and what some of the strengths and the weaknesses are, okay? So first is our hoarder hamster. So this is the save first, spend never, worry often mentality. Okay. And so the strength is that they are phenomenal savers. These are the people that they really have got a nest egg set aside, even more than a nest egg. They are rarely in debt. And they are excellent emergency planners. So these are some of their really super positive traits, right? Some of their blind spots, however, is they are terrified to take risk. They really struggle with enjoying spending money. And they really do, in a lot of ways, avoid generosity, even when it comes to themselves, okay? I'm not saying that every single one of them, this is the characteristic of every single hoarder hamster, but as a general rule, these are some of the kind of big overarching themes you're going to find with them, right? And so the tip for this particular animal is that you do not have to stop saving. That's not the goal here. You do need to start trusting that investing in your life is also wealth. Maybe it's a little bit different kind of wealth. It's not actually dollars in the bank, but there is some wealth there, and it's something that's important that we want you to kind of lean into. So that is another one. So up next is going to be the risk-taking raccoon. And what is a risk-taking raccoon? Well, that is a fast thinker, fast spender, bold mover. So in this particular animal, our strengths are going to be they are really great with high risk, high reward type opportunities. They see trends early and they lean into those trends. They are emotionally resilient after setbacks. So they understand that they take, high risk, high reward kind of situations. Their blind spots, though, are going to be they may gamble a little bit too much. They may over leverage. They sometimes avoid planning because they like to kind of go with the wind with the risk. They can be easily distracted by shiny object syndrome, by what kind of shiny opportunities. And so a tip for this particular spirit animal personality is that you want to add in one grounded habit. So like a weekly money check-in. And you just want to, kind of check in with your money, see where you're at, and then just watch your wealth explode. Because there is, again, lots of pros and cons about this spirit animal too, not necessarily any right or wrong, just different pros and cons. But we, again, want to lean in to those pros and kind of minimize some of those cons in that spirit animal. All right, so up next is going to be what we like to call our Ostrich Avoider. So Ostrich Avoider is if I don't look, then it can't hurt me. Okay, these are the people who their strengths are when ready, they can make really fast progress because they're ready to rock. They avoid impulsive decisions. So like as that risk-taking raccoon is making very impulsive decisions, the Ostrich Avoider is not. They're avoiding that at all cost. They have really big potential when they are supported by the right people to help them grow money. So here are some of the super positives about the Ostrich Avoider. Some of their blind spots are going to be that they avoid bills, planning, or thinking about money. They can suffer major setbacks because they just don't take action at all because they're just kind of avoiding the situation. And they can be easily overwhelmed with things, okay? And so the tip for this particular animal is we are going to celebrate tiny wins. So one action today is worth way more than a perfect plan for tomorrow, right? Because a lot of times the Ostrich Avoider, why they're avoiding things is potentially because there is some stress and some strife. And so we're going to celebrate the tiny wins. And with those tiny wins, it's going to teach us that it's okay to maybe avoid a little bit less and lean in to some of those positives with our spirit animal personality and move forward, right? So that's going to be our Ostrich Avoider. Next up, we've got our Frivolous Fox. So our Frivolous Fox is buy the dress, take the trip, we'll figure it out later. And so the strengths of this particular spirit animal are going to be that they really enjoy life. They really lean in and they enjoy all the things. They can generate income in really creative ways because they just think kind of outside the box. And then they have high social intelligence and connections, right? So here are some of their strengths. Their blind spots or their weaknesses, if you will, could be that they may avoid long-term goals. They may not want to lean into that. They can live paycheck to paycheck. So there's like potentially a little bit of strife that can come from that. They tend to equate spending with success. So if they're not able to spend money, they don't typically tend to feel very successful. The spirit animal doesn't. And so the tip is that you can keep it fun, but you can tie spending to values, not vibes. And so this is really important because for the Frivolous Fox, a lot of times they think spending equals worth or success. And the truth is that doesn't have to be the way that it is. You can align that spending with values and really learn to lean into that spirit animal. And so that's going to be the tip to leave a really rich and full life with that spirit animal. Now we're going to roll into spirit animal number 5, and spirit animal number 5 is the balanced owl. So the balanced owl is a plan it, track it, sleep well type. And the strength here is going to be they are long-term thinkers. They are going to be great at balancing risk and security. So whereas the risk-taking raccoon is just leaning all into risk, the balance owl is really looking at risk and security and kind of trying to figure out that balance there. And they adapt really well to change. So those are some of their strengths. Some of the blind spots or the weaknesses that they may hold is going to be that they may get stuck in over analyzing things. They can miss opportunities because they wait too long. They're not willing to take action maybe as quickly as some of the other styles do. And they need to practice acting before it feels perfect to them. Right? And so a tip for this particular animal and style is going to be imperfect action is still forward motion. And so progress over perfection. That's a really, really important way for the balance owl to lean in and view life. So that's going to be a tip there. Our last and final one is going to be number 6, the Busy Beaver. The Busy Beaver's attitude is I'll just do it myself and build a spreadsheet about it. That's kind of their motto, and their strength is that they are extremely organized. They break down complex goal into very doable steps, and they are often highly successful professionally because of the way that they do break these things down, right? The blind spots, though, here for this style is going to be that they may burn out from trying to do it all. They sometimes are going to struggle to delegate or to automate things like they should with money. They sort of over control things instead of trusting systems to be able to kind of help with that. So those are kind of some of the blind spots that they hold there. One of the tips for this style is going to be let go of some of the control. Build the rest of your financial plan, right? So kind of start stepping back a little bit, trust the process, and go with the flow. Let's talk a little bit about what my style is, and that even though we all hold pieces of each style, that's very important to understand. Not one style is going to completely define you. How that started shaping some of my own money ideas, right? And so I am most definitely the Frivolous Fox. I always joke and throw myself under the bus that one of the ways you know that I'm a frivolous fox is my 8 million purple cups. And I'll just raise up the one that's even right here on my desk. And I do really enjoy buying things. There is a heavy joy that comes for me. I definitely love kind of the idea of YOLO, if you will. You only live once. But I did struggle with the fact that I felt like if I wasn't buying things that I wasn't as successful as I could be, right? I felt like being able to purchase things, whether it be for myself or for other people, was like the epitome of success. And that's just not true. And then I sort of came to a moment in my monetary life where the actual liquid cash, not my wealth, but my actual liquid cash that was flowing in was a lot more restrained. And so I really had to lean into this idea that, you know what, even though I can't buy all the things that I want, I still am able to tie my worth to the values and the way that I'm spending money. I'm still spending money on things that really do light me up and get me going. And so I think that a lot of times when we're looking at any sort of test or quiz, right? And we're sort of looking for that identity factor and whatever. Sometimes we're just only latching on to those uber kind of negative qualities or blind spots, weaknesses, if you will. But the truth is that every single person in life has strengths and weaknesses. And the Financial Spirit Animal quiz that I created was not created to make you feel bad about yourself. It's meant to teach you that there are things that you're doing financially that are amazing and are bringing in lots of great into your life. And then there's some things that if we were to tweak them a little bit, right? If we were to tweak the mindset, tweak the thought process a little bit, we could even amp that game up a lot more. So when you know your type and when you stop blaming yourself for how you are with money and you start just building in a way that works for you, everything changes, right? And so that's the really beautiful part about money and about learning about a little bit about this quiz and kind of how it works. If you're interested and you want to pause this episode and like go take the quiz, you can do that. But we're going to kind of continue on, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the quiz sort of looks like and what it entails. And you may already know, like you may not even need to take the quiz, but if you want to kind of have an idea of specifically what animal you are, you absolutely, like I said, you can take a pause, or you can kind of hear what some of the questions look like when we come back.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
Imagine having the power to control your financial destiny, no matter where you start. Welcome to the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform, where financial education is tailored to your unique journey. We cover everything you need, from basic budgeting and saving strategies to advanced investing and retirement planning. Learn at your own pace with lessons that match your level of experience. Whether you're a beginner or looking to enhance your financial knowledge, join our community of learners and benefit from shared insights and expert guidance. The Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform equips you with the skills and confidence to take charge of your financial future. Ready to master your finances? Enroll in our courses today at the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform. Start your path to financial independence now.
Visit us at fms.tips and fms.college for more information.
Hello and welcome to PBJ Mortgage, where your home ownership dreams become reality. Today, we want to share why choosing PBJ Mortgage is the right choice for your home financing needs. At PBJ Mortgage, we're built on a foundation of values that drive us every day. Our commitment to educate, empathize, and empower our clients sets us apart in the mortgage industry. Our clients are at the heart of everything we do, and their success stories speak volumes. With years of experience, our team possesses in-depth knowledge of the mortgage programs, ensuring you receive expert guidance and the best possible rates. We offer a diverse range of loan options to suit your unique needs, including conventional, FHA, VA, and more. No matter your situation, we've got a solution.